It is time to review our stats. Typing score will show me information about my character. There is a lot of information to be found on your scorecard. In the top left corner, we have our stats, which will be explained to you in a moment. With the stats, the first number is the total, which includes naturally trained plus armor and spells. The second number is your natural score, that is, without armor and spells. Your race, class, sex, and level are found at the top in the middle, and your quest points, trains, and other information are found to the right. There is a lot of valuable information to be found here. Take the time to examine your scorecard and become familiar with what is presented to you. When you are ready, type next to continue. Your stats are very important in how you play your character, so we shall review each one in turn. Strength determines how hard you hit during combat, the amount of equipment you can carry, and affects most physical abilities. Dexterity helps avoid attacks, determines how often you attack during combat, and affects many skills. Intelligence increases your magical attacks, affects how quickly you learn new abilities, and determines how much mana you will gain with each level increase. Wisdom increases the damage and healing ability of cleric and ranger spells, and affects the number of practice sessions you will receive with each level increase. Constitution reduces damage taken overall, and determines your hit point gain when you increase in level. Luck is the primary stat for nothing, but affects almost every ability to a lesser degree. Note that no stat should be ignored completely, as they all have an important role to play. To see a reminder of what each stat does, type Help Stats. Each stat also has its own help file containing more details. Once you understand the basic uses for stats, you can type next to continue. Let's move on to how to increase your stats. You can train your stats here or in your guild room whenever you have training sessions available. Your cost to train in each stat is determined by the amount you already have in that stat and your race. See Help Train for more information on training stats. I shall now type Train to view my training costs. As you can see, I have 9 trains available. As I am a warrior, I shall put some trains into Strength and Constitution. Now that we have completed our basic training, Claire is going to help us review what we have learnt. Which of the following is not a player stat on Aardwolf? Well, as you can see, we have 5 answers to choose from. On the right hand side of my screen, you can see my scorecard, and comparing the names of the stats there to the list that Claire has given us, you can see that Charisma is not a player stat. I shall now tell Claire my answer. The next question that Claire asks is, which command would you type to view your training costs? Typing Look Blackboard and reading the brief description on the right, it would appear that Train is the answer that Claire is looking for. Claire's last question is a little tougher, and we have to think back to the beginning of her lessons about help files. Looking at the blackboard though, there is a reminder that typing Help Search Text will search the help files for the string that we need. By typing Help Search Visible Exits, we can see now that there is an Exits help file. Typing Help Exits brings up the help file, and you can see that the first line reads, "This command informs you of the visible exits in your room." We now have an answer for Claire. We have now completed basic training. As you can see, we have closed the basic training task in the Academy goal, and the next task has been opened for us. Complete skills and spells training in the Aylorian Academy.